What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 10 abnormally large animals you won't believe exist. Now a couple of months ago we posted the top 10 pets you won't believe exist, and I thought we should make like a sequel to it, but instead we showcase really big or fat pets that'll blow your mind. Just before we begin the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to enter our free weekly Amazon gift card giveaway, but with that said, let's get right into it. Number 10. Okay, so not everyone is a cat person, but if you're more on the dog side of things, this may have some sort of interest for you. Freddy is a Great Dane that reaches over 7.5 feet tall when standing on his back legs, and last year the Guinness Book of World Records crowned him the biggest dog in the world. He completely towers over his owner, who is just 5'4", but he was actually the smallest of his litter, making him an even bigger surprise.
This massive Great Dane has officially been crowned the world's biggest dog. The pooch, named Freddy, was officially bestowed the title by the Guinness World Records. He's 7 foot 6 inches tall, standing on his hind legs, and towers over his owner Claire, who is 5'4".
As a puppy, he was the runt of the litter. I actually got him a couple of weeks early than I should have done because he wasn't feeding off mum. No idea he was going to get to be this big at all.
Number 9. You would think that most abnormally large animals live in far-off exotic places, but sometimes you can see crazy creatures a little closer to home. Samson lives in New York City, and at over 4 feet long, he might be the longest cat in the world. Maybe even more amazingly, he's in perfect health, and rather than being overweight, he's just really fluffy and strong. Best of all though, he's adorable and might also be the friendliest cat in the world, but the only record he holds is the longest.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. This is my cat Samson, aka Catstradamus. I knew he would be big, but I never knew he was going to be this big. This year he had a growth spurt.
Sammy is somewhat of an anomaly. He is by far the largest cat I've ever seen.
First of all, I just want to put this out there. My cat is not fat. People accuse him of being fat. And I just want to stop cat shaming and body shaming cats. He is not fat. He's not Kate Moss. He's not a supermodel. He is a big, healthy, sturdy cat.
Number 8. Now a lot of people keep tortoises as pets because they're so easy to look after. I mean, after all, they sleep all winter and only need a few basic things to survive. However, I'm not sure this one could even fit in most people's backyard, not to mention how much you'd spend on food for him. Goliath is the biggest and heaviest of his kind ever weighed, reaching a crazy 581 pounds before his death in 2002. I mean, he might not be the cutest animal on this list, but he's certainly one of the most memorable. Number 7. When it comes to animals growing to unexpected sizes, underwater creatures are king, as there are so many places we can't yet explore and so many animals we don't fully understand. However, you don't have to go to the bottom of the ocean to find this fish, just to the Mekong River system where the Mekong giant catfish live. This species has been a part of the culture for thousands of years, and the biggest ever caught was 9 feet long, making it the largest freshwater fish to be caught since records began.
Mekong giant catfish. It's still fighting me. It's still fighting me, this fish. Mekong giant catfish. This fish is known to grow over 600 pounds. Only 650 pounds is the biggest one, authenticated. But this one actually rose and took a piece of maize dangling under a float. Took something about the size of my fingernail. Can you imagine? Turned into a fish like this. Incredible.
Number 6. Now I know horses are meant for riding, but you'd have to be pretty brave to attempt to tame this guy. Big Jake the horse holds the Guinness World Record for the world's tallest horse, so he has a pretty intimidating figure, even if his owner says he's a harmless sweetie who just loves all the attention. With that said, even at 83 inches tall, he apparently has a really sweet temperament and loves playing with people's hair and generally horsing around. Okay, I had to throw that in there. Let's just move on to the next one.
Smokey Farm, Poinet, Wisconsin, and Big Jake holds the Guinness World Record for the tallest horse. Big Jake is 11 years old. He stands 20 hands, 2 3/4 inches, or 6'10" 3/4 inches. Jake was purchased by my cousin. He was purchased in Nebraska. When he was born, he weighed 240 pounds, and he is a Belgian. Jake's got a great personality. He's very friendly.
Number 5. Now it's not unusual for house cats to get a bit chubby since they're basically pampered by their owners, but this cat goes above and beyond carrying a little extra weight. Smokey is over 39 pounds, making him the heaviest cat in the world and is the equivalent to a 600-pound human. Because he's so fat, he has trouble playing without losing his breath and has been put on a strict diet to help him shed some pounds. However, he's still pretty adorable, even if he couldn't chase a mouse to save his life. Number 4. Most people think of rabbits as small, low-maintenance pets, but these continental giants are anything but. Darius is over 5 years old and 4 feet long, making him the biggest rabbit in the world. But his son Jeffrey seems set to take the record from his dad. Just over a year old, Jeffrey is already 3'8", so by the time he reaches his dad's age, who knows how big he'll be. I don't know how he managed to grow so quickly, but I think this is insane.
Little giants are large. Some are larger than others, as we can see. They're no different to keeping smaller rabbits. In fact, I'd say they're easier. The giant rabbits plod round like dogs, whereas the small rabbits, they tend to burrow and be scatty. So I'd say the large rabbits are much easier to handle. He said, what did you say? Oh, he wants Archie to be his friend.
Yeah.
Do you want to be his friend? Do you want to be his friend? Darius and Jeffrey and my giants are all very, very friendly. I think that's because of where we live in the country, and they're very laid back, and they've been handled since they're tiny.
Number 3. After the death of the wildlife hero Steve Irwin, stingrays got quite the reputation for being scary, and looking at this one, it's not hard to see why. Caught just an hour out of Thailand, this potentially record-breaking creature is 14 feet long and weighs almost 800 pounds. Even crazier, this particular stingray is pregnant, as she was the last time she was caught, so who knows how big she'll be the next time she turns up.
Animals.
Yeah, this one looks like something out of Jurassic Park, though. Look at this one.
That's a freshwater stingray you're seeing there. Isn't that huge?
Wow.
Recently caught and released in a river about an hour from Bangkok, Thailand. It's female, nearly 8 feet across, 14 feet long.
Yeah, she weighed between 700 800 pounds. They couldn't get an accurate weight because doing so would have hurt the thing. She's pregnant with 2 babies. Record shows she was caught 6 years ago as well, when she was also pregnant. So I guess it's a catch and release situation. They're going to let it go eventually. My goodness.
She was tagged when they caught her in 2009, so that's how they knew that this is the same one.
Goodness gracious.
Number 2. Now, I wouldn't want to bump into a crocodile in any situation, but if it was this one, I really wouldn't stand a chance. As if being over 20 feet long wasn't scary enough, the animal also allegedly has a taste for human flesh. He apparently ate a fisherman as well as a 12-year-old girl. Even worse, he broke his restraining ropes twice while resisting capture, and managed all of this even at the wise old age of 50. Let me know in the comments below, what would you do if you randomly saw this thing walking down the street? I mean, I'd probably run as fast as I could the other way. Number 1. Sharks are one of the most feared animals in the world, which is funny because they're actually quite gentle when it comes to humans. However, gentle or not, this shark is one I wouldn't want to come face to face with, as it's a crazy 7 meters long. Deep Blue smashed a record previously held by El Monstro, the subject of a great many Shark Week documentaries, who was only a measly 6.5 meters. According to experts, Deep Blue is just as relaxed as most sharks, but I'd still think twice about going swimming when she was around.
She was very calm, not at all nervous, and she was just doing her circles around us. She was very interested in us and has been really looking at us. During her circles, we realized how big she was. She must have been something around 7 meters. We had a very long, beautiful dive with her, and when we all came back to the boat, we've been all very much enthusiastic about this encounter.
And there's our video on the top 10 abnormally large animals you won't believe exist. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe so you see whenever I upload a video. Also, if you have your own top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to use your Extremely Handy form in the description to submit it. With that said, thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.